Yo, what's up, my lifters? How are you doing today? I don't know about you, but have you ever stood in the gym and wondered, I should do high reps today of like 10, 15, or 20, or should I do low reps of like 4 to 6? Well, today I'm gonna talk about that and clear that up once and for all and give you guys some clear-cut information to help you make that decision and make it easier whether you go high or whether you go low reps for gains. Here we go. Some people say that high reps, get that pump in, get that burn in, that's where the magic happens. And then other people swear by low reps, super heavy. And the question is, which one of them are right? The answer is both of them are right. You should use both of them. There's a time and place for high reps and a time and place for low reps. All right, so let's start with low reps. Low reps between 4 to 6. This is where you build a lot of mechanical tension and is the main driver of hypertrophy. You're recruiting the highest threshold of motor units, and that's basically the muscle fibers. You're recruiting the most of that when you lift very heavy and super intense. This will cause you to generate more force and build that grainy, hard, dense looking muscle. When you flex, the muscle's really hard. The research backs this up too. So when you're lifting higher weight and driving that high mechanical tension, what you're gonna do is recruit more muscle fibers and more of the fast switch muscle fibers required to grow muscle. Now, when would I use these? I would use lower reps when you're doing compound movements, like a squat or a bench, or even like a barbell row, underhand row, something like that. I would also try and prioritize this at the beginning of a workout when your CNS system isn't as taxed. Another time I might try to use lower reps is when I'm trying to build foundational strength. Sometimes people think that when you're building hypertrophy, strength doesn't matter. But if you're gonna get stronger, chances are you'll probably build some muscle in that process. And I would probably program a lot more of this in a mesocycle of building strength. When your goal is hypertrophy, it's good to have some period of time where you're actually focused a little bit more on building strength. More strength means lifting more weight later on for higher reps, and this will transition to more muscle. So now let's talk a little bit more about the benefits of high reps, like the 10, 12, 15, sometimes even 20 reps. This taps into a different type of mechanism. Now we're talking more about metabolic fatigue, metabolic stress. So that's where you start to have that burn, you start to have that pump, and you start to fill out things and fill out that shirt real nice, you feeling crispy, looking good. This is called metabolic stress, and you can achieve this a little bit better with higher reps. Schoenfeld, who is one of the people who studies hypertrophy the most, in 2010 wrote a paper saying that metabolic stress is one of the high drivers of hypertrophy. One of the 3. And in 2016, he had a paper that showed lighter weight can still develop just as much muscle as lifting heavier. As long as you're pushing yourself to failure and you're not capping, you're actually pushing yourself to failure, you can still grow off of using lighter weight. So another benefit of lifting lighter is it's easier on your joints. You can recover from it a bit better. I also use this rep scheme with more smaller muscle groups. So delts, tricep, bicep, calves, those smaller muscle groups, I tend to use higher reps. Most of the time, this is how I'm also gonna finish my workout. A little bit lighter, and I'm just gonna go for a crazy pump, go out with a bang. I can send it and really give it my all. And I'm not so worried about failure because the weight's lighter, it's a little bit easier to control, and less likeliness of you hurting yourself with doing something like a bicep curl than a, let's say, bench press. So just a quick recap on what we've covered already. Lower reps, I'm probably gonna use compound movements. They're gonna be at the beginning of the workout, and I'm going to lift pretty heavy, and I'm gonna keep the reps a little bit lower. Times when I'm gonna lift a little bit higher is if there's something going on with my joints. I'd probably use it on a deload week. I'd probably use it when I'm cutting, when you're low on calories, or I might use it at the end of the workout, or if I'm just trying to get back into the gym and I'm just trying to get some movement, trying to build my strength again, but I'm not trying to go all out right at the beginning, I'd probably use a little bit lighter weight and get some reps in. So here's how I use it with my clients, just to give you an example. Let's say it's back day. I'm gonna give my client maybe about 5 to 8 reps on a barbell row. I'm gonna say send it, go heavy. Maybe leave 1 or 2 reps in reserve. Next, we're going on to like a lat pull down. And for our lat pull down, we're gonna go maybe something like 10 to 15 reps. Maybe we add some negatives in there. Maybe we add some supersets, some giant sets, pause reps, force reps. That's kind of when I'm gonna add that stuff in and make it really hard and make them really feel it. It's also when I might push technical failure. So what that is basically you're going until your technique starts to break down. Whereas mechanical failure is you keep going, and even when your technique breaks down, you're still going. That's not something I do very often. After the lat pull downs, I might do something like a reverse fly. Again, high reps, maybe even like 15 to 20 in that range. The other thing is I'd also have my rest shorter for when I'm doing these high reps. So hopefully that gives you a better understanding when to use high reps, when to use low reps. Now, these are just some general rules. Rules are meant to be broken. You also got to do what works for you and what motivates you and what drives you and what you've gotten your best results from for you. This is just a general guideline for you to try some stuff out. But I also encourage you to try your own thing and try mixing it up a little bit. A real hypertrophy program blends high repetitions with low repetitions, and be careful of your rest time when you're doing this. The main thing is you're getting a lot of mechanical tension, as that's the main driver, and you follow that up with a little bit of metabolic stress. Both work. Then after that, all you got to do is make sure you train hard, you're consistent, keep pushing yourself really, really hard. When you're in the gym, stay committed, stay locked in. Make sure you feed the muscle after you work it out. And not only is that how you grow, but that's also how you get strong too. Because we can't be all show, no go. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, thank you for watching. If you like this video and you got something for it, please subscribe in the link down low or hit that like button. It really helped me out and I'd appreciate it. Also, comment below, are you a high rep pump chaser or do you like to lift some heavy ass shit? Let me know your experience in the comments below. Appreciate it. Peace out.